Cool, so the last part of our cage video is talking about the color options. So there's three things that you can do to protect the cage from rust. Spray paint, automotive paint like on your car, or powder coat. Spray paint is really only good for like race cars if you're grinding off to fix the cage or weld stuff. It doesn't hold up very well, doesn't look very good for very long. Where you can use spray paint is on the trailing arms and the suspension back there, because it's going to get rock chipped so bad. If you use like a spray on bed liner, like the Rust-Oleum stuff, that will hide it a lot better. It's going to hide those chips where, you know, a rock will hit and it'll chip the powder coat off. The spray and bed liner, the texture, flat colors, that's going to hide those chips a lot better. On the cage, you have a couple different kinds of powder coat. There's like the candies that really kind of glow. So they'll do a chrome first and then like a colored clear on top of that. That looks really good. So if you're a sand dune guy where you're not taking rocks to the cage, you're not in the trees, that's a good option. But when you do get a rock chip, it's going to chip that clear off, and then it's going to be chrome underneath it. So it's going to be a very noticeable chip. So we try to kind of steer people away from that. It looks really good when it's, when it's brand new, but it doesn't hold up very well. So the other one is just, a normal powder coat. They hold up very well. They're kind of a little bit flexible. So if, little rocks hit them, it doesn't immediately chip like automotive paint. And another thing to consider is almost find like a fingernail polish color that you like. So if you do get a rock chip, you can touch it up. Or if you have a spray paint color, you can start with that and then try to have your powder coater match that color. So one of the options that we got on this cage from Brick City is this A-pillar support. A lot of cages don't have this tube in here. That really strengthens this top corner. So if you do roll and you go into something kind of head first, that's going to help this this tube from not wanting to bend down. It does take away a little bit getting in and out. You lose a little foot room, but the strength that this adds is incredible. So we always recommend, if you are having a cage built, try to add this bar in. So one of the options we had talked about before were the sun visors. So we welded these on before we had the cage powder coated. And so we just wanted to show you what it looked like once it's all done. So these are nice because they're not just kind of spring loaded. Like if they're too loose in the wind, they'll just push back or they move around a lot. These have a spring detent, so no matter what happens, they're not going to move. And you can set them, forward. So if it's raining and you tip it forward a little bit, it'll kind of push the air up and away. Or you can, tip it to whatever you want. You can also change these out or add another piece behind it of like smoked Flexan. So you can shorten this, the solid black piece up and then have smoked behind it. Just give you a couple more little options, make your life a little nicer when you're driving. Cool. I hope you guys enjoyed this build series and I hope you guys learned something. So thanks for joining along on this build. Talk to you later.